What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm super stoked to provide you with this tutorial of ATM. Now, if you don't know what ATM is, it is a move created by Oliver Sogard, and you will see a performance later in the video. But without further ado, let's get started into the tutorial right now. Alright guys, welcome to the tutorial. Today we're going to be using the Zone 2019 playing cards. These are available in pink and yellow, so I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick these up. But without further ado, let's get started into the tutorial. So first you want to know what ATM looks like. So ATM looks something like this. So you basically just launch a card off of your right hand, and you can do a Charlier cut or a Revolution cut with your left hand. So let's get started. So what you first want to be familiar with is the corner grip. So the corner grip is held with the thumb of your right hand and the middle finger of your right hand, and your index is spinning this packet like this, okay? So to start it off, what I like to do is I like to do 2 to 3 swing cuts, and then what I like to do is I like to grab the deck in this grip right here, and then I like to move my index, or not my index, my middle finger. I shift it from here to here, and then I shift my thumb in the back, and then that gets me started with the ATM process. But for now, since you guys are just learning this move, you can go ahead and riffle off about maybe 5 to 7 cards, and you should be good to go. So now, after you riffle from 5 to 7 cards, you want to grip those with the thumb and the middle finger of your right hand in the corners where the pips are not located. So you can see if I would grip it in the corners that the pips are located in, it is a different kind of corner grip. But that's not what you want. You want to make sure that you are grabbing it where the pips are not located. Then, after you do that, you're going to want to use your index finger right here to actually pull this packet and rotate it like that. Not fully, but just about halfway like this. So where this is showing to your face, this long edge of the deck, or this packet is showing at your face. That's how I like to incorporate it as, or determine it as. So you're here with the corner grip, and then you go ahead and rotate it like that. Okay? So that will be the first step of learning ATM. Alright guys, so the next step in learning ATM is to actually get one card off of this packet to land into the other packet. And this, in my opinion, was the most struggle for the move for me when I was learning it, because it didn't quite click right away. It took a lot of practice to get that down, and I'm sure it will take you a lot of practice to get that move down as well. So let's explain how to do that. So obviously, like I explained in the first step, just grab this in corner grip like so, and rotate it only about maybe halfway or a quarter way, just so this long edge is facing your face. And then what you want to do is you want to put pressure here on this packet in the back with your index finger. So how to do this is I kind of use my nail a little bit to put pressure, kind of like my nail and kind of the tip right here of my index finger. And in order to know how much pressure you put on, it all comes with experimentation and practice. So you can practice putting little to no pressure or putting a lot of pressure in order to get that card off of the deck. So you can experiment with that. What I find is that you have to find the balance between the two of how much pressure you actually take. So it can't be too little, but it cannot be too much, or else it will be harder to actually execute the move. Okay? So now I'm going to explain how to actually get the card off of this packet here. So obviously you want to put pressure on the back, and then with your ring finger, you want to come kind of in the center of the deck and actually remove a card. Now this might be a little bit of a struggle because your ring finger at first might not be able to reach all the way up there to have it get removed from your middle finger and actually launch it off. So I did have struggle with that. It just takes practice to get that down. But if you get that down, what you want to do is you actually want to break this off, not from your thumb. You see how it's actually breaking off of my middle finger right here, but not my thumb. That's what you want. You don't want it like this, breaking it off from your thumb, even if I can do it. Yeah, see, like that. You don't want this breaking off of your thumb. You want it to break off of your middle finger, because that's actually how the motion happens to get that card to launch. Okay? So that will be the next step in learning ATM, is to get that motion down. Okay, so after you get that motion down, it's gonna look something like this. So you want to pull down with your index ring, not your index, your ring, and kind of release a little bit of pressure with your thumb, because I think that's actually how the move is done. Releasing a little bit of pressure off your thumb so then it can release and shoot like that. So practice that as well. So break it off of your middle finger like so, and then release a little bit of pressure off of your thumb while still pulling down with your ring finger at the same time, and it should launch off a little bit. At first, it's okay if it's not going to launch at first, because it does take some practice to actually launch it, and it is also okay if the cards do not land perfectly like on the deck. So if they land kind of like that, it's okay. Just as long as you get the movement down, later you can actually control how much it can rotate. So now after that, once you get ATM down, I'm actually going to show you some applications you can use ATM with. So what I like to do is I like to use ATM with pincho. So that would look something like this. So you move like this, and then you do ATM. Yeah, see, like that didn't go quite on the deck, and I still have trouble with that too, but that just comes with practice. And then I do this, and then pincho, then I just do pincho with a couple of cuts on the right hand. Of course I did that, but you get the idea. So that's one way you can use ATM, is actually doing ATM with pincho, and I do that a lot because I think it has a very smooth transition. If you want me to actually teach that, let me know. I might actually make a separate video on that, or else this video will be way too long for me to explain that. But just let me know in the comments if you want me to teach ATM and a pincho combo. But I think it is original because I don't see anybody else do it, but we'll just worry about ATM for now. So some additional tips for ATM is to keep doing the move over and over and over again. If you don't get it, please do not stop, because don't give up. Because I did that. I tried to learn ATM and I gave it up for I think a couple months, and then I came back to it and it kind of just clicked for me. I kind of like understood the principles for the move, and I think that might happen to some of you guys. You guys might not be able to do it for a couple of days and then all of a sudden just get it down to the point where you can actually shoot it off the deck. But I think that's going to conclude the tutorial for ATM. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I know ATM, it is a struggle to learn. I was in the same position as you guys, needing to learn ATM because it is a fantastic move. It looks so good, and Oliver did a great job of teaching the move. And also, I will leave the original tutorial, the link in the description if you're still having trouble. I just wanted to make a tutorial because a lot of people prefer my teaching over some others, which I do appreciate. Thank you so much for that. But I think that is going to conclude the tutorial. Alright guys, that is going to do the tutorial for ATM. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the move. Like I said before, let me know if you have any questions about the move. I know it is a very hard move to learn, but don't worry, you guys will be experts of it in no time, hopefully. And I will leave a link in the description of where you can get these pink and yellow zone deck. And I will also leave a link in the description below for Oliver Sogard's original ATM tutorial. And that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.